All right, and welcome back to License-a-thon. We are back once again with Neetsel with Men in Black, the video game. Take it away.
Yeah, so hello again. This is Men in Black for the PS1. This is a PAL exclusive. This wasn't a release in the US. I think the PC version was released in the US. In France, to give you an idea of the quality of the game, in France, the PC version was released by Infogrames. So that gives you an idea of what you're ready for. This is a game that I own when I was younger. I bought it, I think, on release or a little bit after its initial release. And despite being used to being disappointed by a licensed game, this one was a massive disappointment. And it's one of the few games that I actually sold that I didn't keep. And yeah, a few years ago, I was like, yeah, I'll just replay this because it's it has an appealing concept to me, because this is a survival horror based on the Men in Black franchise, especially the first movie. We in the French version we have the actual actors that are dubbing the movie, so that's pretty nice. Here, unfortunately, you won't get that. We'll have the actress who does dubbing for Nancy Drew, which is also pretty awesome. Let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So right away, you're going to see I have to solve a puzzle. I'm going to enter an apartment, and in that apartment there's a bomb, and if I don't defuse it, I just die. If I don't solve the puzzle correctly, I die as well. You have no explanation on what you're supposed to do. Here we go, it's done. So you have to unplug it at the right time, but there's nothing explaining what you're supposed to do. So it kind of follows the first part of the movie when you have Will Smith chasing an alien. So this is what we're doing right now. And you're going to be introduced to one of the worst ideas of this game, which is the fact that it has a jump mechanic. This game has a bit of platforming. So the way I shoot at people is that I hold the circle and press forward. Here I'm stuck. What am I supposed to do? This is really confusing. Well, actually, you have to kick it, because this game also has melee combat, and it's wonderful. Alright, next section. How do I get through this? I need to shoot this guy first, and then we'll kick this wall again, which is not obvious at all. And it's a big summary of why I got so frustrated as a kid by this game. Alright, shooting this guy, and then more platforming. The platforming, the way it works is that I have to hold triangle and press forward to jump. It's really not intuitive. It's kind of hard to do fast. It's really precise how you're supposed to get position. Like right away there, it doesn't work. And right away here, we're going to have a few jumps that can kill me if I mess them up. So I'm just going to focus a little bit. We have to jump from roof to roof. First one is fairly easy because you can just run forward. But this one is the worst. Okay, we're good. Should be fine. The game can't even keep up with the screen transition, and that's wonderful. Here we have our first alien, and we have to fight him hand to hand. It's something that kind of comes up throughout the game a lot. So this fight is alright because I got the boss stuck right there. But if you just try to play the melee combat normally, it's a nightmare, and you'll see that later on. Alright, we get recruited, and now you have the reason why this category is called 100% L. So actually the 100% is kind of a lie. It's the way it's called on the SRC, but we're not going to do everything in the game. We're going to skip stuff actually. But we are going to play as L, which is a character that I really enjoyed in the first movie. Didn't show up for the sequel because they just wanted to redo the same movie again. And I got really annoyed by that. And that was kind of the reason why I started running this game with L. In the end, I really prefer to the other character. All three of them are fairly similar, only the melee combat changes a little bit, but you get different lines, and I think L delivery is is deadpan wonderful.
Much of a welcome. Where's the red carpet?
It's a lot of
hypothermia. Come on, it's freezing out here.
It's a lot of really bad puns, and something that you'll notice as well when you play this game, or even during the run, is that there are times it feels like the lines triggers in the wrong place. Like the character will comment on something and actually it doesn't fit the situation now, but it fits later situation.
Don't mind if I do.
So yeah, here I collected a shotgun because if I don't pick up this shotgun, when I open this locker, I get shot and die. So this game loves to do that. Like you enter a room and you get killed right away because you don't know that there's actually a trap. All right, I have the neuralizer set up. Alright, this is a human that just panicked because he saw some aliens, and we just neuralized him, and as a result he won't attack us. Going to do the same thing with him. You can just kill him if you want. The game is fine with that, there's no penalty for doing that. I'm just using the neuralizer because it's a little bit quicker. Oops, here we go. Alright, so look at this place. There's no path. Alright. That's fine. Now what we're going to do is go have a look, turn the power back on, and look at some surveillance camera. And the game also has a little surprise coming up. So we're going back to the first building we were in, except this time something is different about this building.
Maybe I should sit down for a minute.
So yeah, we are losing health. There's actually some poison in the room. and there's a risk for us to die here. There's absolutely no feedback. It's not clear what you're supposed to do. Come on, pick this up. Okay, this is awful because just keep stopping my movement. And I'm going to pick up some more health just to be sure I don't die, because otherwise we'll have to get through some loadings. Here we have the video camera back. We look at the channel 3. Actually, there's a path in the screen where we were on before. I think this is complete BS. I don't believe that the aliens actually did all of that while we were back in the beginning, looking at some cameras. I think the game makes no sense in terms of story and also the puzzles. And it's something that you notice when you play casually, because the story, the levels are not really connected. They try to connect them by saying that all of this is part of
isn't it?
the main villain plan, but it's not explained. It's just once we end the third mission, our boss says that he found some info telling us that the villain is behind all of this, but we don't get any explanation of what was found.
What a bug.
Alright, so the alien ship, loads of room. We're not going to get through them. And this room, I kind of like it. I'm going to show you quickly. Does the screen changes here? Yeah, because you can tell there's a bit of a horror part to this, with the character just having the brains floating above their body.
Very itchy trigger finger.
Which is not something that you would have seen in the movie, which was more family friendly. Okay, using the gun, it's kind of a pain as well, because you could see that there's a cursor that appears, except that cursor, come on, open the door, please. Here we go. The cursor actually doesn't always appear. From time to time, you can shoot people without seeing the cursor. And in those situations, it's probably because the cursor will just never appear because it's a little bit buggy. Okay, wonderful section. We collect a red key. We get to a room. On the floor, there's the item that we need to complete our mission. But the thing is that we're not going to collect it. We don't actually need it to complete the mission, so we just skip it. It saves a little bit of time. Now we have a blue key, so we can go to the next room, and that's about how much puzzle you have here. So a bomb is about to go off. This game loves bombs. We're just going to put power back onto the exit, and we're just going to exit the level. The music is kind of alright. What is happening today? I can't open any door, and I get stuck by this guy. It's like, wonderful. Get away, thank you. Collisions in this is really awful because this is a survival horror game that... Oh, come on. My precious one before went a lot better. I don't know what's happening with triggers today. Doors, elevators, nothing wants to respawn. The shooting gallery is pretty interesting. If you ever... I can't even transition to the next screen now. Okay. So yeah, this game runs at something like 15 FPS most of the time. It doesn't run well at all. We're going to the next mission, the Amazon. Yeah, casually, this is a nightmare. This is we're getting to the mission. This is the point where I decided to sell the game when I was a teenager.
Where do you think you're going?
Yeah, so
Fresh.
this guy is searching us, but I have my gun in my hand. He doesn't care. I don't know why.
Pleasure, gentlemen.
Why
Let's
it's here.
get together real soon. Promise.
So we're in the Amazon. We're going to go see a German doctor, and we're going to kick his ass to collect his credit card, because apparently Men in Black personnel don't have any money, even though they have all this fantastic technology. They don't have enough money to buy a plane ticket. Awesome, he managed to move away. So you get to see a little bit of the fighting, or it usually looks like. Okay, we got him. We're going to collect this health. Going to collect this credit card. Here we go. And now we're going to buy a plane ticket. We're buying a plane ticket because so there's a mine in this area, and the workers in the mine started disappearing or losing the mine because they saw some aliens. And we need to buy a plane ticket for one of the workers who wants to escape this place, and will only give us information if we buy a plane ticket. So yeah, Men in Blacks don't have any money. Here we go, we have a plane ticket. Coming up is going to be, we're going to have a bit of
I'm famished. I hope they're still
quiet section. So
told you, forget about Francisco.
if you have some incentive to put forward, or donations, feel free to do so.
Clear. We're closed.
All right, well, we got a $50 donation from Tempestrol, donating $50 for the Roman numeral L category. Thank you so much for that donation. We are currently at $1,250, only $50 away from our $1,300 milestone for Toy 2 Bingo. So get those donations in. Let's see if we can reach that by the end of this run. That would be amazing. Let's get a $5 donation trend going and see if we can reach that by the end of the run.
Yeah, I comprende mucho.
So yeah, this whole section is mostly this guy just asking for his plane ticket, and us giving him the ticket so that we know where to go
I
next.
got you a ticket.
So based on the info that you got,
Deal's a deal.
the game will change
to the
exactly
mine,
like what
you
you
must
saw
have
in
the
the
keys for
previous
the
mission. Is like
do
based
not
on
have
the
the
info
keys.
that you get, the
For
game
this,
will
you must
change
go to
its
headquarters.
viewpoint to show
Look
you
for
new
the
paths.
chupacabra.
What about the attack?
I think this is nonsense.
True? Yes, it is
I
true.
really don't
The
think
men go
that's fair
down,
to the
my
players
men, and they do not
to
return.
be like, yeah, we
and
unlock
they
a
know it,
path
and
just
still they
because
send the
someone
men down.
said something to you.
You have saved
It
my
just
life.
feels a
Let me
bit weird
return the
to
favor.
me.
Do not go down in the mine. It will be your death.
And we're going to reach
Don't
the
worry
point
about
where
it.
I
I've dealt
decided
with a lot
to
of
sell
devils
this
in my
game because
time.
it's really, really bad. We're going to have to do a little bit of platforming really, really soon. So you can have more than this handgun, but for the run it doesn't speed things up. And it's not even actually effective when you play with additional weapon casually. Like you can get like the quick hit and stuff
that's
like that.
good.
Alright, I need to get rid of this guy because if he turns around, he shoots you and kills you instantly. So yeah, this is a section where I decided to sell this game. So you get to the top of these stairs and this is what you're supposed to do. Here we go. Worst jump animation. If you miss that jump, she lands on the ground and dies. So when I played casually, I was
Can't we
like,
all
yeah,
just
this
get
is not
along?
what I'm supposed to do. And I could never found what I was supposed to do. And then one day I managed to do this jump and I felt so betrayed by this game because the jump distances doesn't make any sense. It's like if you just jump on the ground right now, this is not the kind, like right here, if I drop, it's fine, but if I jump, it kills me. So it's really nonsense. And fortunately, I sold my game already at this point because the next section that is coming in a couple of screens is going to be even worse than that. Got to the point where we're like, yeah, you know what we should do? Like, if you've never seen this game or played this game, it's pretty amazing what they try to do in a game with such a viewpoint. Alright, so we opened the Jurassic Park gate, as I like to call it. Unfortunately, no dinosaur, but just some aliens. I mean, it was still produced by Steven Spielberg, so I guess it's fine in both cases. My favorite NPC just running away like that. And then we have Sonic coming up. So we get him stuck and we just punch him. And hopefully it will be fine. Yeah, it looks like I got the placement right. Alright, we got him. We need to collect this relief on
Minor
him.
setback.
There's actually
Just
3
a
of them
minor
to
setback.
collect. So last one will be after the next screen.
Right about now, I
And
agree
this is
with
a point
Francis
where,
though. Maybe
yeah,
this isn't such a
this
great
is
place
nonsense.
to be
Why did you
nosing
do
around.
this, Debs? Here we go. So first of all, we need to get rid of this guy. And then we're going to have a little bit of platforming with moving platforms. This section is just the worst. I'm really worried about this section every time because it's super long. And obviously the platforms, the collisions don't match what you are seeing. The movement is also kind of weird at times. It's like it feels like a platform is moving forward and backward, but actually it's up and down. So it's kind of a nightmare to align. There's actually a training mission all based around platforming. Someday I hope to show it. Alright, so... Oh, no! I messed up.
This is what
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. No worries, I have a save. So it's enter the mines. We have to redo a bit of things. Yeah, on PC you can save at any time, but I couldn't make the PC version work. It's like when it starts, I have the character into the wall, and it just doesn't work. So yeah, if I mess up again that section, I'll probably just load the next checkpoint. I mess up my alignment a little bit, which is really a nightmare. It's like you have to be really precise with that section. And since you're a character wearing black over a black background, it's awful. It's just terrible to align stuff.
Minor setback. Just a minor setback.
Okay, second attempt. Hopefully this time it will be alright.
Now, I agree with Francisco. Maybe this isn't such a great place to be nosing around.
Here we go. So we are shooting this guy. Weapons are tabled. We need dozens of shots. Okay. So I'm keeping the gun in my hand just to get a little bit bigger reference of what I'm facing, so that I don't mess up the jump. This is usually the best strategy that I've found, because otherwise all you see is just this, a few pixels on the screen. Ooh, this was really at the limit. Like, look at this. Seriously. Or can you make this and be like, yeah, ship it? Probably the reason why this thing never got released in the US despite being localized. Oh,
Yeah.
come on. Okay, this is terrible. I think I might have a save state. Let's check. Here we go. I have a save state right here. So let's try that. Yeah, it went well during practice, and it's the first time that I get so many issues in the marathon. I guess you need a first time for everything. I think I got cursed when I was told, yeah, your run will help regain time. Come on, here we go. Like, when you make that jump, it doesn't look, it barely looks like she lands on the thing. Okay, and this section is the worst jump. So yeah, I know I died twice on the previous one. This is the worst one. So I'm not going to jump there. It's possible to make it, but it's super precise. If you wait until now, you get a little bit more room to make this jump. Here we go. That's better. And the final jump should be fine. We just jumped twice, and here we go. Phew. Yeah, it's something really special. Then you get this puzzle. So this puzzle, I had to look at a guide to know how to solve it. Turns out the solution to this puzzle is actually in the city where we were in earlier. So when you play the first time, what you're supposed to do when you get here is actually go back to the city. So go through that awful platforming section you just saw right now, which is not something that I think anyone would want to do. Okay, so here we're going to get shot a few times, but that's fine, because I need to keep my ammo for the final room of this level. So yeah, this room in the middle of the stairs, there's nothing here, nothing at all. So that's fine. The next room it's another puzzle. If you step in the middle of the room, you die instantly. There's no feedback, like right here, if you walk in the middle, you just die. So what you are supposed to do is walk back up.
Don't be
And
so
now,
shy.
in this
Come
room,
on, and
you
let
have a
me see
little
you.
surprise. You have an invisible enemy, which can move around and start hitting you. And if he starts moving around, it's so hard to be able to attack him again. So you really need this setup to get rid of him as fast as possible. All right. So yeah, right now, it doesn't look like it, but melee combat is the best solution. Shooting them wouldn't be super useful, and you'll see it on the next boss. For some reason, the Men in Black weapons don't work really well with aliens. All right, now we get a clue for the puzzle that we're supposed to solve. Which is nice, because the clue is actually right next to the puzzle, which is not something this game does really often. Alright, so we're going to collect these lanterns. And then we have to place them in a specific pattern. It was the pattern that we saw with the statue at the top, so we just need to reproduce that pattern. So it's red, then it's going to be blue. Also, you can place these anywhere on the ground, and the trigger for each one is pretty small. So I can still place those and die because it's not exactly at the right place. It's fine, we got through. So that's nice, because otherwise we lose a lot of time. Alright, boss of the section. It's actually so the bug, like in the movie. So we are shooting him just because while we're on the elevator, he can shoot us. So you have to shoot him just to stun lock him. And now we're going to melee fight him. He can kill us in 2 shots. So the goal is to... I'm going to heal myself just to be sure I don't die in 1 hit. Okay, so the goal is to try to face him and wait for him to move forward to kick him. Again, melee combat with this perspective and enemies that attack so fast and can kill you so quickly, it makes no sense.
This is what I call a bad hair day.
Here we go. We got rid of the bug. So final mission, turns out whatever we collected in this mission wasn't necessary, because our boss is just going to tell us, hey, it turns out we know who the villain is. Here it is, where it is, and go chase him. So this is exactly what we're going to do. So yeah, the final villain of this game, the guy behind all of this for a Men in Black game, is really underwhelming. I won't spoil it yet.
Is that the best security money can buy?
Okay, this game is making some weird stuff today. Like, I got that cue twice, playing twice. This is wonderful. Alright, we are shooting these guys because we don't actually... I mean, they are bad guys. They are guards working for bad guys. They are not...
Hey, you!
So we're just going to shoot them, avoid this one, and we're going to avoid the next one as well.
Proceed with caution.
Okay, so... when I'm going to defeat this guy, the character is going to play a line that is supposed to play when you defeat the final boss, because it makes no sense in this context, but would make sense when you defeat the final boss. Come on, get it.
Very cute, Frail, but I'm afraid your overgrown toaster oven is toast.
Here we go. So your overgrown toaster is toast. Wonderful line.
Here goes nothing.
And we have this next puzzle. This is a mirror puzzle. So it's possible to figure it out by yourself. This one is not that bad. One thing that's annoying is that what is happening today with
Thy name is Frail.
all of the collisions. Here we go. It's open. We can get through. Trying to avoid shots from this guy because they can stun knock you again. A lot of enemies when they get you in the shots. There's nothing you can do. It looks like the Crow City of Angels. It's better than the Crow City of Angels, which is not a high bar to clear. But it's still pretty terrible. I guess...
Careful of those trippy pods.
Yeah, it's definitely not a high bar.
Did I come at a bad time?
Okay, no sound effects when I'm shooting. This game is really breaking apart today. Well, it's pretty rare to find someone who likes CDs up in
More target practice.
I haven't seen any of the Crow sequels. It's a bit like Darkman. It's like the first one is great, and then it feels like they try to milk it and lost what made the first one special. So yeah, really weird. I don't have any audio shots, audio for the shots now, and I forgot to activate something. Please, no, don't die. Come on.
Done.
Yeah, today is the day. This actually never happens. Alright, I'm just going to skip to the next section because it's I think it's this one. Yeah, it was just at the end of the corridor and I would have to replay way too much. So since the goal was to regain a little bit of time, oh no, actually that's not the right one.
I must
Crap,
say,
sorry about that.
people are quite persistent.
I should have a save. Here we go. That's perfect. Exactly where I want it to be. All right. So we have this guy. We're going to shoot him. Turns out he's a bug in disguise. So we have another bug fight. Get away.
I'm done.
What is happening today? It's really insane. Like the 2 practice run earlier, it went great, and phew. This game is ass. There's really a reason why I sold this game. Despite I played a lot of MK games and a lot of licensed games. I'm the kind of person who got excited when I saw Ocean Software logo. But this one, yeah, no, definitely not. This is crap. Stop it! Whoa. I've never seen this. It's like... This game doesn't want to be finished today. I'm perfectly aligned. And if you can hit me, I can hit you. That's the rule. There we go. Yeah, the damage is insane.
This
It's
is what
like...
I call a bad hair day.
That's a pun. It's like she really likes it. She does it twice for some reason.
I must say, you people are quite persistent.
I hope you know you look really silly in that thing.
You look really silly.
It's over, Frail.
Over? No. I'm happy to say it's just beginning. Don't you see? I've created the most powerful computer in the world. Strike that. The universe.
So yeah, the main villain is a
And here
human,
you
a
need
crazy
people to do
billionaire, and it's really underwhelming. It fits with 2026, I guess, but yeah, for Men in Black, I mean, you hope for better. You hope for something better. So yeah, again, this guy can kick your... Oh, come on. I'm stuck in him. It's like that. Today, this game is like I've never seen this. It's like so many problems in one run. I've never seen this. All right. Let me through. Thank you. And don't jump on top of me this time, please. Right there. Stay there. Here we go. Good looking? I don't know. It's really, really dark. Problem is, like, most of the views are... Your character is super tiny on screen, and what you're supposed to do, like, with aiming and all that, it's really not helpful. So yeah, as you might have seen, if I get hit, I lose most of my health instantly. Come on, one last hit. Here we go. Whew. And it will be time once the screen fades to black.
And out.
Here we go. That's time.
On behalf of the entire department, I want to send a special commendation to all the folks who pitched in and brought about the demise of Mr. Skip Frails and his cronies. Good work, people. You are each instructed to take 48 hours of R&R, which will not be counted against your vacation time. Enjoy the break, everyone.
Yeah, 2 days free vacation. Woohoo! That's really nice of them. So yeah, sorry for the run that went south. I don't know what happened. It's like, even though this was a backup run, I practiced it. I did 2 runs when I learned that I had to play this, and it went super well, and this game really delivered during the actual run. So yeah, at least you saw why this game is terrible, because it's truly awful, but it's kind of what's the word that I'm looking for? My brain is completely fried. It's interesting what they try to do, like trying to do platforming with these shots, these camera angle, and doing melee combat. At least they try to do something original. Again, thank you for License Aton for having me. 5 years ago, this was the first marathon in which I ever ran, so it's really a special place for me, and this is really a special cause that we're raising money for, so please donate, and see you soon. You'll see me again on commentary for the Isn't a Good Run, which will be after the next run. See ya.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that wonderful run. We are going to be right back while we get set up for the next run. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.